I will I'm going to kick this off, number one, to Marla. We feel like, number one, you are open for business. So whether you have your kit or whether you're waiting on your kit or whether you've had your kit, like, you are open for business and you have the potential to be your number one customer by using your gift card. Your link is live. Metallics launch tomorrow at 11. I pray for all of you who are going to go get some. But that is the excitement that our company has created around a pair of leggings. So be excited that you have this business, that you get the luxury to work part-time or full-time. And I'll let Marla kind of take it from there, because we feel like your story, whether you've been in 1 day or 1 month, is very, 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 very important. You're live, Marla. Can you hear me, Marla? Is she like stuttering?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can't hear her.
Yeah, the video is frozen up and she's like lagging and we can't really hear it all. Yeah. I think she has a bad connection or something.
It was like, ah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give her a second to kind of get together. So, but I mean, for everybody on this call, I recognize faces and I recognize numbers and such. Everybody knows how to get in the back office. That's like, exploring the back office. I find stuff in there all the time. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was there. So always explore the back office. That's first and foremost what's very important. I think she's trying to talk.
No. Okay. I might have to. Hold on. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get on my phone real quick, if that's helpful.
All right. While she does that, number two, obviously, number one, explore the back office. You're open for business. Oh, there she is.
Is that better?
Yes. That's great.
Okay.
All right.
I switched to my phone, so let me get away from my computer because now I hear an echo. Hold on. Okay. Is that good? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
I muted your other device so that way you can.
I hate doing it from my phone because then I can't see all your faces. Hold on.
Can you go landscape?
Let me see.
I don't think I can for my phone either.
Yeah.
I'll just drink until you're ready.
Okay, hold on. I think I need a drink. I think that's my problem.
I wasn't going to because I was going to work out, and then I was like, I'm drinking.
Okay, wait. I can see 4 people at a time. Oh, this stinks. Maybe I'll just scroll through as I'm talking. Okay. So, everybody hear me? Am I good? Okay. So, I started in December. And to be honest, I signed up to get the kit. I did not really have a lot of intentions of selling at the time. I didn't ever really wear leggings. But then once I started enjoying the gym and all that, so Erica was trying to get me in a pair. Erica had asked me for like a year almost to join. And at the time I just wasn't ready. Fast forward, I got a pair of leggings for half price from Erica. Loved them, and then that was kind of it. I signed up for the kit, and I was just really didn't have a lot of intentions of selling. That was December. End of January, Erica contacted me and said, "Hey, I'm trying to hit some numbers. You know, I think you can throw a little party together and see what you can do." So I did the last week of January, and then like from there, just kind of ran with it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should try this and see what happens. So I don't know. It's been fun. It's been awesome for me. I actually just lost my full-time job. I was a daycare provider for 15 years, and I watched teacher kids. So when school ended, so did my job over the weekend. So I went from full pay to none, and that was about the time that Zaya kind of started picking up for me when that all went down. So it's actually been a blessing for me because it kind of filled in the gap as soon as I lost all my full-time job. So I've kind of been slowly working this full-time, just to kind of fill in for the loss of the other job. And it's been so fun. I've learned so much from Erica, and it's kind of, I feel like I'm just gonna kind of run with it now. And I don't even know if I'm gonna go back to watching kids in the fall. So I ranked up my first month junior and senior director, and then junior and senior rep. Sorry, that'd be really nice if I ranked up to junior and senior director the first couple months. No, first month junior and senior rep, and then last month director, and then this month I hit senior director. So it's kind of flown. It was not expected. My team grew like really fast, and I'm like, I don't even know how to have a team. Like, I don't really know what that means. So I'm still learning a lot. Like, I do not have it all figured out. I talk to Erica every day and ask her questions. So if I can tell you guys anything at the beginning is, do not feel bad reaching out and asking questions. I was calling Erica on FaceTime like 4 times a day whenever we first started. I was like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? And the best thing about it is it's your business. So really, you can do it the way you want to do it. You can work it when you want to work it, how you want to work it. And of course, it's one of those things like everything in life. What you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And I would call Erica and I'd get her pointers and her tips, and she'd tell me how she does it and what works for her. And then some of those things work for me, some don't. And I, mess with it and rearrange it to work in my life. So that's kind of what's nice about this, is that you can do that. You can do what works for you. I try now leading my team, and most of the things that Erica does, I try to do. She's a lot better at the whole numbers scheme of things and all that than me. I'm terrible at that, basically just because I feel like I am flying by the seat of my pants almost all day, every day, because I have a really busy life. But I know we all do. So that's just one thing that I'm not good at. So it's something I got to learn from her to get better now that I'm got to lead my team. But it's just one of those things. You get out of it what you put into it, and it's fun and it's easy. And I've sold other Rodan and Fields and stuff like that, just on the side, tried it out. None of them were really my thing. And for some reason with Zaya, I just love it. I love the company. I love everything they represent, and it's just been a blast for me. So I don't feel like slowing down anytime soon. So, but let's see. Sorry, my cat. Oh my goodness. I got 4 kids and 4 cats, 5 cats, two dogs. I don't even know. There's 4 extra in my house right now. Like, it's crazy. So, okay, what do we want to talk about? Okay, I know a lot of people get in their own head. That brings me to like my crazy house. It's a shit show most of the time, I'm not gonna lie. And if you ever see any of my videos or anything, like, there's a lot going on. I don't have time to sit and like do it over and over. And I used to be really bad at going live, just because going live in my house is very dangerous because you never know what's gonna happen. So I try to hide myself in my room or something when I am, but they still seem to find me. But my thing would just be, really don't overthink your business. Like, be real, be genuine. You see something, you see something you want to post it. It doesn't always have to be Zaya on your Zaya page. Like, people want to see you in real life. People want to see that they can do it. It's not, you don't have to be a professional at it to do it. Like, if your kid runs through your video while you're taking a video, it's funny. Like, I'm like, if people get anything out of my videos, they think it's funny, and so it is what it is. Like, it's real life. And that's what I think, that's just kind of what everybody wants to see. So don't overthink your posts. Don't ever overthink your videos. My favorite ones watching are the ones that I can relate to, and people want to be relatable and they want to feel like you're relatable. So, as far as the inventory stuff like that, like, every company right now has been hit, and you got to take it, roll with it, and do your best. And our shipping's like really picked up a lot in the last week or so. Our inventory, they're trying to crank stuff out as much as possible. So I just say, try to be positive about it and sell what is available until the things that you want become available, and just do your best. That's all you can do. Because at this stage in the game and what's going on in the world, it's crazy. So Um, let's see. So Erica, do you want me to go over like any of the back office stuff or like?
No, I don't really like, not like, but I don't want the new rep trainings to be more about like the logistics, because you can watch a video or talk to your upline about how to create an event, you know?
Yeah.
I mainly wanted you to hear from Marla because her story is unique, and so is everyone else's. And if you're not sharing your story, you should be, you know, whether it's on a story sequence on Instagram, if it's written out with a lot of emojis. I say it and tell people it all the time. When I'm in a recruiting conversation, obviously Bailey, she's probably one of my more recent ones. I tell her the truth. I tell her exactly where I've been. I tell her what has happened. I tell her what I didn't expect for the company to happen. Like, I was working my butt off to get 20 people, you know, and then Marla comes in and her team gets like 40 people in like 1 hour. You know, that's exaggerated, but the momentum has shifted. And I tell people that, and I tell people, and Marla will tell everyone, you know, Erica tried to recruit me a year ago, and I should have said yes. I should have said yes. And that's part of her story. And you can't make people, and you don't want people to be on your team that aren't ready. But what I would say to you is that you have to, that's the number one thing is you're open for business. Please share your story, you know. Like I know we talked a lot in the group today about being scared going live. I am like the most randomly anxious person there is. Like, I can't even tell you where my anxiety comes from. It just boils up and then it hits, and then I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, I get so nervous. The thing about live is you really can delete it. I mean, somebody might have saw it already, but you can delete it. You know what I mean? Like, and I try to teach my kids, like, don't put stuff out there on the internet that you don't want other people to see, or you don't want your parents to see. But I think that's the beauty behind it sometimes, is that it's already out there. You know what I mean? So if you stutter or your kids walk in like that, since Marla has started, she was already kind of doing that anyways, you know, like on social media. Those are the kind of people you want on your team, you know, those people that you go after. But like number two, like just use your gift card. So has everybody here used their gift card already? Pretty much everybody used their gift card. Okay. So for anyone who is new, who will watch this on replay, the gift card, I would say, as if you get down like closer to the end of the month, like maybe don't use your gift card, maybe use it. For my first level, I always try to get them to $1,000. Like, that's my goal. I want you to get to override, which is 8%, right? After your kit, after your gift card, man, you're at $200, right? You're at $200 PV. So we can get you $1,000 party. So if you're a discount rep and you're just here to get a discount, or you have those people like Marla was, I don't push her to buy regular price. But what I tell you is, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to make $1,000. I'm going to get paid 28%. I'm not going to save 25. So when you think about using your gift card, think about using it in a party to get you half off and free items. Okay. When you get a team, encourage them to be full price, unless they are discount reps. That means that they're not going to spend $200 a month. Probably they're going to buy cute things here and there. And that's another important thing. As you build teams, you want to know that, right? So I want to know, hey, Shelly, are you going to work the business, or are you just going to be a discount rep? Now, if you tell me I'm going to be a discount rep, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, no, you're not. You know, just like kind of was I with Marla. But I'm going to love and respect them for who they are. You know, and I told this to a team today and Rachel was on my call with another team. Just because Rachel sells zero or whatever for like a couple months doesn't mean I stop talking to Rachel, and doesn't mean I stop treating her like she's a legacy rep. I build relationship with her. I talk to her. And then when she's ready, now Rachel and I talk every single day, all the time, because I want her to fulfill her needs. So when you have reps that join you and they have that gift card, ask them how they would like to purchase it. Tell them to make a wish list. You know, if they're waiting for metallics, you're probably going to be holding on to your gift card for a minute, but you know, you want to know that, and then have them put it in a party so that they can build towards that. So like Bailey just closed her launch party link, or she has it open, or she's still building it. She has a number of things she can do with that. You know, she can buy all the inventory that she wants herself, you know, on the rewards. She can give them out. She can, you know, those kinds of things. So using your gift card is very strategic, and that's one of the one things that you want to be able to help a new rep do, is learn how the back office is. And for me, I'm the kind of person, like at 10 o'clock at night, if you text me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to text you back. But on the other hand, if you don't text them back, they're probably going to figure it out themselves, right? So, or they're going to text a chat, and that's the glory behind the chat is everyone helps. So, number 3 is your Facebook group. So I'm going to kind of let Amy talk about this because I have always used Facebook events, and I have a lot of reps on the team now that are having Facebook group parties for their people. And then that's the big community. So like I have a couple of reps right now that weren't in a party. So now what we're trying to do right now is build the community so people see and buy. And I think that's one of the hardest things is to build your community of people. I know Kim, I don't know where you're at, but when we last talked, it was like 60, right?
My group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm at 70 now.
So,
but then, yeah, I don't know.
and I've been in a year and a half and I have like 600. So it takes a long time.
Yeah.
So that's the number 3 thing, your Facebook group. And
Yes, I am. I lost my tooth. I am.
so if Amy, if you're ready, I'm going to let you talk about how to build a community, how to make your brand. I know Liz is really good about this. Jamie Schmitz is really good about this. Their Facebook drives a lot of sales. And so I'll kind of let Amy talk about that.
Okay. Hi, guys. So I made a group when I first started, and that was kind of where my launch was based. And Candace helped me with that. So she kind of put my first post out on there. And then I did a training not long after that. And I'm
With
the type of
Jamie, I think,
person,
right?
can you hear me?
Yeah. Was it with Jamie, the training?
Yes, I believe it was that one. But she basically said, add everyone and anyone to your group. I'm the type of person where I'm not going to add you if you don't want to be added, but it was so good for me to hear that because I was also talking to a girlfriend of mine who had hosted a party, and she's like, Amy, they can turn their notifications off. Like, don't worry about it. And so it was really good for me to hear and for me to do, because then I had my friends and neighbors and everyone else who was on there also adding. And we have a mail line who I would have never thought to add a lot of the males on my list. So one night I literally sat and invited every single person that popped up on that came through the invite thing. And it was crazy because a lot of my lives, the people who watch them are people who I would have never even thought or would have never even liked or commented on my main Facebook post to be added to the group. But they're still in the group and they're still watching the lives and interacting or liking my restocks posts. So they're still liking it as well. And so kind of to piggyback off that, what I've learned is that doing a group over an event for your hostess is so much more beneficial. I'm kind of new to it still this week, I believe. Yeah, the 2 parties so I have 2 parties that are events still and 2 parties that are groups right now. And I'm going to say the groups are a major game changer. At night when the kids are in bed, I schedule all my posts for the next day. And some of my posts are interactive. So all I have to focus on that day, because I mean, I have 3 kids. My husband is in another state working, so it's just me, and I can still do fun things with my kids during the day and not feel like I'm constantly on my phone because they're already scheduled, they're already posting. So really all I have to do is when someone comments on one of my posts, I interact with them that way. Like I recommend what like I piggyback off of what they would say to me. And then in turn, if that hostess wants to eventually join, you're able to change the name. So like a lot of my names are, Erica's Online Zaya Activewear Party, or, something like that. But you're able to change the name for that. And they're still going to have all the people still in there. That group's still going to have all my posts. My new hostess, or my hostess, new rep, if she joined, would already have like us training from what I did for her party. And whether she wants to copy and paste some things tweak them a little bit, obviously, then that's super beneficial to her as well. Because it can get overwhelming to when you're first starting to set up the group, to still do the lives, to, you know, just do everything. So I will say groups are a huge, huge change that I've just done, and I love it. I won't ever probably do an event again. Because again, with the events, once that date is over, it's so hard. Like, you have to go into past events. It's so hard to get that event back. So that's kind of something I've done new with my parties. I've seen it super, super beneficial. Just in this last week, the scheduling posts is huge, especially if you have a family and you're busy, and you're working during the day. That's been something really, really big.
So everybody obviously has had a launch, had a launch party or doing a launch party. So Angela, have you had a launch party?
I am in the middle of a group that I just set up, my group.
A group. Okay.
Mhm.
So like the scheduling of things is really actually very convenient if you're really, really busy. So if you need more help on that, like Amy or somebody on the call, they can do that.
Definitely.
Do what?
Yeah, definitely. If you guys need help, or, I mean, I'm still learning as well, but it's really pretty simple. But yeah, if you need help, add me, message me, whatever.
So number 3 is obviously the Facebook group. You got to get that up and running. 4 is obviously announce it to the world. So you're calling, sending postcards, like emails, like however you need to tell people. And obviously they're probably going to know by your post that you now are a Zaya Active Rep. Number 5 is make a list. Like, you will hear this in most every training. I just watched a training earlier today, and it was like memory jogging through hashtags on Instagram for recruiting. Like, I have lists and lists and lists. But whenever I do that, and that's another whole nother training, I'm making a list of people that I want to share Zaya with, you know, and I'm not saying I want to make a list for a party or make this person's going to be a rep or whatever. I'm just making a list. So the way I work when I make lists, I think about like my old professions, like places I've worked, people that my kids are friends with. You want to think about everybody who loves activewear, who's a fitness buff, who loves, like Marla is taking her kids to all these sports, like people at church, like that, like Amy said, those kind of people, and even out of the box people. There are people who have joined our team that I probably would have not put on a list, or who have contacted me. I think that the up and coming is definitely that collegiate. This is kids. Is the collegiate, and I really want that. I know it's very difficult because like they're so focused and prioritized on a couple of things, but I wish that I would have had something like this in college. So, you know, if you can get those social media influencers on your team, then that's a really great thing too. Number 6 is something that I don't really do and I should do more of, is you need to organize your photos. And I know that's hard because things come in and out of inventory so often. And when they come back in inventory, I'm scanning through my phone like, oh my gosh, where is that picture?
Yes.
I've gotten to the point now where like I enjoy making my own graphics because everyone around me is starting to be more involved with Zaya. I'm trying to set myself a little bit apart. But don't get me wrong, like my friend Jules, she's the one who posts the amazing cursive graphics in our marketing design group. Don't get it twisted. Like if I'm in a bind, I'm like copy, copy, copy. Sometimes I find myself in Facebook jail because it looks like I'm catfishing her. But for the most part, if I have that item, I will run into the office, put it on, take a picture, and then post it. Same thing with thank yous. Like I want people to say, I want to say thank you for what they bought and the items that they got, and I want it to come from me. So I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with like organizing photos. If you are the kind of person who follows the template that we put out there for a Facebook party, that's amazing if that works for you. I'm kind of like random. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do joggers this minute. So that's my opportunity, is to be organized in parties. Number 7 is wear, post, and go live in your gear. So I know this may be hard for some people because they love other brands and their whole closet isn't Zaya, which mine probably should be. Like all the stuff in my closet, I should just donate. But when I'm going out to walk down to the mail, I'm in Zaya. When I'm going to Target, I'm in Zaya. When if I ever go back to the yoga studio, I'm in Zaya. Like that is 100% the best thing that you can do. Now, don't get me wrong. Like even this weekend, I'll probably mix and match it up. But people want to see that. They want to see how versatile it is. They don't want to just see leggings that you can work out in. They don't want to see, stick figure Sally wearing the trail shorts, right? They want to see real life people wearing the gear. So sometimes that's hard for me because my body shape is my body shape, right? So I have to call other people and say, hey, Marla, how does this fit you? Or how do you style it up? There's another director on another team, and her pictures, she is amazing at those lifestyle pictures. Like she will wear the parallel tank with like high-waisted jeans and this cute hat, or like she just kind of mixes it up. And it's not like head to toe Zaya, like Zaya for life. It's like a lifestyle. It's like how she mixes it, and I love that. Number 8, I will talk about posting often and always. That's Candace. Candace is very, very consistent at posting. No matter if people are liking, commenting, she is posting. What I will say is she's very good at is she's posting the rep opportunity at least once a week. And I'm the one liking it really first, right? I'm like, oop, like, love, like, but those posts aren't really meant for people to be like, oh, I want to join, please pick me. It's meant for them to know that she's still there. So I will let her talk about posting.
Hi, everyone. So I, like Erica said, since I joined in December of last year, and from the beginning, like obviously I was just organizing everything. I'm a very organized person, so just getting everything in line and making my VIP group and getting kind of everything. But since day one, I've just been consistent with posting in my VIP group, like at least once a day. I post something, whether it's about the products or the restocks or new releases, whether there's like the discount or no matter what it is, like I post at least once a day. And I've just kind of figured out what works best for me because I still work for full time. I'm a nurse, and I work 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. So I get that people are, you feel like you don't have enough time to do certain things or put in certain time frame into it as much as someone else does. But honestly, like you just have to find what time works best for you. And my time is like on my way to work. I usually, which probably isn't the best, but like I'll listen to my trainings on the radio instead of listening to music. And, and that's how I kind of get my trainings in and learn new things. Or I'll make my posts when I first get to work. And then that'll be my post of the day. And then obviously I'll check my stuff throughout the day as I can. Like if I get breaks or on lunch, I'll check my phone and see if like I have any comments, if I have a party going. And then on my way to work or when I get off work, I'll do my next, like another post or make time for a party or whatever it is. So I think it's just a matter of finding what works best for your schedule and just kind of allotting that time frame to Zaya. And I just encourage to post at least once a day something about it. And like Erica said, I'm pretty good at like posting at least once a week about the rep opportunity, and then I try to kind of switch it up and like post about the hostess rewards, and then I'll post pictures of myself in my Zaya gear. And usually that's on the weekends because obviously I'm wearing my scrubs throughout the week, but on the weekends all my wardrobe is now Zaya, so I'm always wearing full Zaya gear. So on the weekends I'll take like a bunch of pictures and then I'll post them throughout the week. So that's one idea too, is to kind of try a couple different things on throughout the week and then save those pictures for the week. I think that's kind of the main things. And just like being consistent in your message to your VIP group, like your why you joined Zaya and why you love it and how it's helped you. And just kind of portraying that whether you get interaction or not, people are like looking at it, they are watching, and they, like, I've had random people message me that I didn't think were watching my stuff or looking at my posts, and then they're like, hey, I want to try those leggings that you keep talking about. And so people are watching, I promise. Just be consistent, post every day, at least once a day. I encourage you, and it'll make all the difference.
I'm gonna go off that real quick, Erica. I was just gonna say what she just said. I post, because people that you don't think are watching are watching. Like, honestly, some of my best orders will be like, hold on. Some of my best orders will be people that I had no idea was even watching. They've never liked any of my posts. They've never commented. They've never asked a question. And then I'll like wake up in the morning, look at my email, and it'll be like customer order from so-and-so. And it'll be like a $200, $300 order. I'm like, what? Like, so random. So yes, like definitely agree with Candace there. Like, just keep posting. I've had, a lot of new reps. They like, no one, I'm not getting any interaction. No one's liking my post. I'm like, believe me, just keep on, because they're seeing it. Even though you don't think they're seeing it, and they're paying attention. And like it's not like super cheap stuff, for somebody that just doesn't, that you just started and they don't really know much about it. Yeah, like just to go in and buy something, like not everybody does that. But they're watching, and over time, like they're like, okay, I've seen enough. Like, I'm gonna give in and see what this is all about, And then once they get in, then they love it, so they keep coming back. But yeah, definitely. I always tell my new people, I'm like, don't get discouraged. You just because you're not getting any likes or whatever, like people are watching. I went to Erica at the beginning of April, and I'm like, I got like $200 in sales in like the first, it was like a weekend, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not getting any sales. And then the month like literally exploded, So, I mean, I just kept. She's like, just keep on, it'll happen. So, sorry, cat in the way. So anyway, yeah, go ahead,
I
Erica.
would say, especially for my VIP group, my aunt is like the worst of this. She's like, where's the link? Where can I order? Blah, blah, blah. So that being said, I always keep a party open in my back office. Like, I do a mystery hostess event. That works well for me. If you want more information about how to run one of those, it might not be for everyone, but mystery hostess, whether random people order and you get the 600 and you give those rewards away. But I always keep a link in the back office for me, that I can put random orders in. That's not a party. That's a good tip. A VIP link. So it can be somebody who you've asked a million times to join and they just still want to keep giving you their full price money. Those people can earn rewards over time. So if, you don't have parties, you can put posts out there like, hey, does anyone want a VIP link? And then literally every Wednesday I send those people pictures of the new stuff and they have their own link. They don't need to bother you. They can just go and shop by themselves. That's how you get people hooked, by the way.
I have two of those. I have two of those going on because I have the same people literally ordering hundreds of dollars. And I'm like, yeah. I've offered them the kits. I've offered them, and I'm like, why are you not selling? Like, not even like, why don't you sell? It's like, why are you not? Like, and well, I don't know. Some people just don't want to mess with it or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, you need to at least have your own link and be ordering off of your own link instead of mine. I mean, I'll take it all day if you want to give it to me, but you need to be having your own link so that you are at least earning rewards on all this money that you're spending, so you can get some free stuff and some half price items. I mean, for us, we make the commission off of it no matter what link it's in. Like, for them, I feel like it's going to make them want to order even more because they know that they're benefiting from it, So I definitely this week, I had two people be like, yeah, will you just set up? I was like, if you're going to keep ordering all this and not sign up, like, do you want me to like, oh yeah, it's a great idea. Let's do that. So they just have their own link to pretty much do their own orders from. And if they want to collect some orders from other people, they can, but they're basically just for their own stuff. And then they earn their rewards on it. So
Mhm.
Wait, so like
and
you guys, sorry, I just want to clarify this. My mind is blown right now a little bit. So you guys have customers that you just set up their own personal like shopping event for them. They purchase full price, and then at the end of the month you close it and they get the rewards
or whenever it gets to a
whenever
level
they
where
decide they're
they wanna
done.
close it. Yeah, I mean, like, usually you either get it to 200 to 600 or to 1,000, and if you want to keep rolling with it, you can get it 2,000. But I mean, yeah, always try to get. And that's another thing too. Like I was confused when we first started. Like I thought at month end you had to close it, right? Because like other companies before, it's like, oh, it's month end, we got to close it
Yeah,
out at the end
right.
of the month. Really, with Zaya, it doesn't benefit you either way. Like you can roll it into the next month. Like the orders that are placed in April will go toward your April commission. The orders that are placed in May will go toward your May. Like it's not like, oh, I have to get it closed April 30th or whatever to get, you know what I mean? So that can roll as long as you need it to roll to get it to the price break that you want to get it to. The good thing about that too, which is different from other companies that I've sold for, like I used to do 31 back in the day. Nobody's stuff would ship until you closed that party out. And that was so
Right.
annoying because it was like people want their stuff. So it's like you don't really want the party to drag on because people want their stuff. So, but like with Zaya, they order it, it ships. And some parties like I've had gone for 2 weeks, like people have got their stuff, they've ordered, they've got it in, they loved it, and they'll reorder again in that same party, So I feel like it's not always beneficial to keep it rolling that long because then people, they don't feel like they need to get on an order. They just have, oh, I have time, whatever. But then that's kind of one benefit from it. But yeah, Kim, I have 2 people that just, they order from their own link and they earn their own rewards. And I don't know why they choose to do that instead of just signing up and getting a commit, because even if they would just sign up and they could still get their own rewards plus a
Right.
commission. Right?
Yeah.
So I've explained that to them.
I mean, good for you.
They
Like,
don't wanna do
honestly.
it. I'll take their commission if that's what they want to do.
Heck
Tell them
yeah.
about their own link and yeah, but that is an option. So
All right, well, throw them my way when you're done with it.
right.
Yeah.
So
So I know if you're like me, it really bothers me, but I have like 5 of those that have like $100 in my back office. And I'm like, it's just 5 of them. My aunt's had one for 6 months. She's at like $700. So she usually orders from the mystery hostess. But if you want more information about that, any party that you create will stay active on your website. People can actively see it for 2 months. After 2 months, you can still extend the link in the back office. It just won't show up. It just won't show up on your website. So they'll still be able to shop the link. It just won't show up on the website. So Angela, did you have a question about that?
That was like the same question I had. That was just clarified, but what do you mean it won't show up on your website? What does that mean?
Like if you go to your website, whatever your website is, myzai.com/Angela, it won't show up like to shop. You can't, it's not a shoppable link. It's shoppable. Like you can copy and paste the link from the back office and they can order from it. It's just after 2 months, it doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't show active.
Angie, you might not have even gone onto your website in that way yet.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because
like,
because you just
I don't
started.
even
So
know
like
what
if you just went to your actual website, like what? So like if I like once you get a shopping link up, and then like all the shopping links are. So if like I still have mine as my number. I've never changed it to my name. So like myzaya.com/my number, and then like it'll just you just click the shop link.
Okay.
All the available parties show up there, and you can pick which one you want to shop from.
Gotcha.
So that's what it means. It just won't show up on your thing. So like when you're setting up an event and there's a box that says show on my site and you click that, that's
okay.
what it is. So when you go to your site, you just hit shop and then it pulls up all the events that you have open, and then people can choose which one they want to shop from. So like that would be a case like if they didn't have like the actual link to whoever's party that they're shopping for, if they just go to like your page, they can pick which one they want to shop from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Erica, real quick too, I would say like, which I'd never used to do when I first started, because I just didn't think about it. Repost your VIP link like often on your page, because like nobody wants to like, oh, I think I want to order from her, but can't find the link. Because I used to like I'd post the link once and then I'd roll for like 2 weeks and like not actually like post it again. So I try to like now remember like every couple of days, because I feel like I kind of post a lot, so it gets like, you know, down in the line of posts, and I don't want people to have to like constantly be searching to find my link to shop, because that's just one more step that's just annoying for them to do. So I try to remember to like keep reposting my link so that they can, even if they just got to scroll a couple times, click on it real quick, and then they can go, because that's just annoying. I think like I don't like searching for stuff. You know, we want instant gratification. We don't want to be we don't want to be wasting time searching for stuff we don't need to. So yeah.
So I have two more things for you, but does anyone have any questions? Like, is there something that you're just dying to know other than how to create a party link? Okay, so obviously 9 and 10. Number 9, you want to know going into next month. So right now, obviously the end of the month, I posted the goal tracker. I use these all the time. If you are goal driven, you know, these are great little documents. They're on the On Fire website. If you don't know about the On Fire website, Monica and Katie have created a website for us that has trainings, resources, goal trackers, all kinds of great resources that they have already created. Now, the password is lowercase ZOF if you need to get in there. Some of the trainings, the YouTube trainings, are a little old, like how to do things in the back office. Zaya Active on YouTube has a lot of great trainings to do, but for the most part, I use this goal tracker at the end of each month to set me up for the next month. Obviously, I kind of have in my brain people that I want to ask about, you know, hosting parties or doing VIP links, or I have a good idea of what my month wants to look like. I think, and Katie and I and Lindsay, we think that June is going to be huge. Lots of restocks, lots of amazing things. You know, we talked to Zach and them today. They feel awful about the website. This is what I tell people, reps, and I tell customers this. I don't just drink the Kool-Aid. I don't tell people gushy good stuff. I tell you the real deal. There is no website other than on Cyber Monday that I know that 20,000 or less or more people are shopping at one time. So we could pay for the best website company in the world to keep everything safe as far as payment goes, to keep, you know, online traffic high. Like, it is very difficult for you to get online with 20 other thousand people and maneuver through a website. So, you know, I had some reps today tell me, well, we need a new website. Well, guess what? If I decided to start a business out of my basement, I can guarantee I'm not hiring the best of the best. So things are coming, they're getting better. But what I will tell you is that when, like tomorrow, when they launch, minimize your customers accessing the website. Ask them to play, if you can try to place the order for them, you know, because I can guarantee you this, before we can shop by size, everybody was like, oh, that's out of stock. Oh, that's out of stock. Oh, that's out of stock. So I bring that to my customer and I say, hey, listen, tell me your size. Let me look for you, you know, whatever. So tomorrow, you know, don't just send out your link and say, you know, here's my link and good luck, you know, because you know how frustrated we get sometimes. So, you know, start filling out this goal tracker, you know, put some things down on paper, talk to your upline, talk to your buddy that you want to do this with, put some things down that you want to accomplish. Like, don't go after ranks, don't go after, you know, big, huge, juicy checks. Like, go after something really small and celebrate that. Does anyone, Marla, Candace, do you guys use the goal tracker?
Yeah, I used
I
it.
oh sorry.
Oh, you're good. I used it and I put it up. It's actually taped up on my desk. Well, I just ripped it, but it's up here, and I have it up next to like the pay plan and like the incentive trip. I have the Bermuda trip up here, so I'm looking at it every day and looking at what I'm trying to reach and what goals I am striving for, whether I get there or not. Like, I put like smaller goals and then I put like the bigger goals, and then I kind of check mark them off as I reach those goals. And I'm always looking at the pay plan and what I need to do, what numbers I need to get to my next rank. So like my next rank is senior director. So I obviously need to get more people on my team, because right now I'm hitting 10,000 pretty like smoothly. So obviously I need to double that and make it 20,000 group volume. So that means I need to start recruiting. My team needs to start recruiting and just keep building. So obviously in June, I want to really focus on recruiting. And so based on your goals, you just kind of in the back of your mind, see what you need to do to get those goals, to those goals. So yes, I use it, Erica.
I honestly, up until now, didn't really like I said, because I didn't really plan on this going the way it's gone. I just, the first few months, I just kind of rolled with it and like kind of saw what happened. And then April really turned around for me. I think a lot of it was like, that whole bonus thing that we had going on for April really like kicked my butt into gear, because if somebody gives me like a competition, I'm a bit competitive. So if somebody gives me a competition and gives me like, oh, if you know, $750 if you hit this, I'm like, okay, I can hit that. And then I hit it, and then I was like, okay. Then they said you can do it again. I'm like, okay, you can do it again. So like April really like flipped for me. And like I said, the month started off so slow and then it ended so big, and it was so not expected for me. And I hit director and I was like, holy crap. So, like now, so this month was the first time I didn't actually fill out the actual goal tracker sheet, but I just wrote like my goal down for like senior director and what I need to do to get that, like what, you know, because I'm still trying to figure out like how much I have to sell to hit that and how much my team has to sell to hit that, and how, you know, how it all works. So I have that all, like I went and bought a big cork board, hung it up next to my desk, and I do have like, you know, the ranking sheet and all that stuff there. And then I filled out what I need to do to hit senior director this month, honestly, not really thinking that it was going to happen. But I was like, okay, well, I'll just fill it out. And Eric was like, well, you get this and you get this if you hit it. And I was like, okay. So I just wrote all those things down. And then like, as I sold throughout the month, I just kind of like X'd out how much I need to sell. And I wrote down the new number that I need to sell, you know, and I just kind of like did that as it went on. And then it happened, you know. So I was like, okay, maybe I do need to like actually write this down and really focus on leading it. And now my goal for June as well is to recruit, because once you hit where, you know, like where I'm at, I obviously still have to sell my butt off, but I can't get any further unless I get people under me further. So now my goal is to really focus on my team, and leading them and directing them to succeed, and just continue to recruit, because, you know, once you got to have the people under you to get further, and you got to build your team, and you want to build your team. You brought these people on because you love the product, you think that they would be good at it, you believe in them, you want them to be successful. Like, I want to be successful, of course, who doesn't, but I want my team to be just as successful. And I feel like I'm not doing my job as their leader if I'm not leading them. So that's kind of where the point in the business where I'm at now is like really focusing on my team and focusing, you know, on directing and leading them. So
I mean, and you will meet people who are not goal driven. You will know people's love language. They're not driven. Most of us are here because we're driven by monetary value, you know. But for the most part, you know, if you'll get to know the people that you coach and that are on your team. But there actually was one of the girls in my leadership group, and she's like, yeah, I don't care about goals. Like, I want my people to win, you know. And it's kind of bittersweet because obviously, like Marla said, you know, once you get a teammate, like you can't get anywhere without them being successful. And I know that seems very selfish, and it's very difficult to say, hey, Leanne, can you please sell $100 more so I can rank? Please, Leanne. And Leanne's over there like, yeah, well,
yeah, Leanne, please. Will you, Leanne, please?
So, and I know that's really, really awkward sometimes, but then they're going to be in your spot too. So, and organically, it kind of just happens, you know what I mean? I truly believe, like, if you put good things in the universe, that they will come. And the goal tracker for me, I think it was like right after I hit director very quickly, but I wrote down senior director for months and months and months. And I knew that I was working this full-time, part-time. Like, I had a job, and I couldn't go to 50 parties a month, you know, I couldn't do the things that I needed to do. So I just kept writing it down. But this is what I will tell you. That goal tracker is nothing without behaviors. Like if you want to get somewhere, you put it in the GPS, you still got to make a couple turns before you get to your destination. So if you're doing things that other people are doing and they're not working, edit the GPS, like change your roadmap, because mystery hostess night might work for you. Like when Jamie did the giveaway to add more people to her group, I did that and I got one person to do it. You know what I mean? And I've been in it for a year and a half. So just because something works for someone doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So what I will tell you for me is that I concentrate 80% on team building and recruitment. I focus on 20% of sales. I know that sounds weird because I make 33% of what I sell. And you're like, well, I would rather sell than build. But guess what? Like I've seen it happen. And with growth, that legacy income comes. Like some of my best friends in this business are making $30,000 to $120,000 a month. Like it's just, you can't get anywhere without massive growth. And in that, people will come and go. People will sell 100, people will sell 0, people will do 2,000 for a couple months and then they'll fall off the face of the earth. It's literally the law of numbers. And the more people you can touch and see and build relationships with, they become customers and then reps, and then it's like a vicious cycle. You know what I mean? So what I would tell you is use the goal tracker, use the resources that the company has built for you, use your upline, build a good relationship with them, but also find a buddy, find somebody in your class that you can grow and run with and compete with at a healthy pace, I would say. Because when it stops being fun, and it becomes stressful and frustrating, I've heard the word frustrating a couple times, that ain't for me. So you'll probably hear me bitch and complain to 1 or 2 people, but for the most part, this is really fun for me. And it's addicting. It's so addicting that I'm like, I have other things to do, So if you can go to Summit, if we have it, if you can meet the Bradley family, I could literally text Erin tonight and she would answer. And that is the glory behind this, is that they're real, true people. And she's cheering me on the whole time. And she has millions, thousands of reps now. So what I'll tell you is that you are in a good place. Most MLMs during 30 to 72 months, they hit their stride. And a lot of people are talking about Zaya Active. If you've been in any MLM before, if you have any recruiting conversations, you need to tell people that we are capturing the audience of people every single week. Every Wednesday and multiple times a week when we restock, we are capturing the audience. People are talking about us and we have massive growth. So, I know we can't put a lot of numbers out there because of federal things, but for the most part, I kind of break the rules and put that in our group chat. But in another couple months, this group chat or this team training, this will be pages long, and I won't be able to be like, yo girl, what you doing? It'll lose its intimacy. So celebrate your small wins, be involved. Like Candace said, if you can catch a training when you're going to the bathroom or whatever, put in the work, because you guys, by being here as non-new reps or as new reps, that's the first step. You gotta be active. Don't feel bad if you miss a call. Just listen to it a little bit later, and encourage your team to do the same. Because the more active and the more involved you are, it's going to grow your business like crazy. Because guess what? Right now, there's tons of other Zaya Active reps, tons of other people, and they can buy from anyone. But you have to stand out in a room full of us. So you guys are killing it in your numbers. There's always so much to learn. I learned so much from you guys and everybody else on my team. So just reach out if you have any questions. I won't hold you any longer because it's already 9 o'clock, but does anybody have any questions?
So I just wanted to say, kind of like with the metallics coming back, and I think it piggybacked off of Erica, maybe something you said, but I was in a live when I got the email and didn't realize I had got the email. And I know I'm probably going to go crazy at noon tomorrow, but I offered, which a lot of my parties are local, but for any guests who were further away, I offered to put their order in for them anyway. I never guaranteed it to them just because I don't want to see that frustration in my customers. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll put in the extra work for it. So I don't know, that might be an idea for some of you guys if you have parties going and they've shown interest in the metallics or even the coral bra. It still has a restock sticker for end of May, so like I'm fingers crossed over here, but I have crazy amount of orders to put in. And if I do have 3 screens up at the same time, so be it, but at least they're happy.
Okay.
I offer that as well, which would be helpful too, because it will minimize the traffic on the website if there's not that many more people on there. And chances are for them to get on there and get them, it's going to be slim, I feel like, and they're going to get super frustrated, and which it is frustrating. I get it, but that's a good idea because it just
and I think they
minimizes
saw
any
the
more traffic.
popularity today. Just from the 4 parties I have, I posted the summer shorts and they were gone in crazy amount of minutes. So that just kind of went to show, guys, this stuff is real. It's popular. Let me take that stress off you, because I know with the leopards, I was on there for an hour. Granted, I was going back and forth doing stuff, but still, I don't want them to have to sit for an hour.
Yeah.
And why not place it all in one big order, one big bulk, multiple sizes? Obviously with the metallics, they limit you 3. But if I have several different parties going, then I'll be on 3 different. So I don't know. That was just an idea that I thought I would give out to you guys.
Yeah. What did that say? I saw that right when I was getting on this call with the metallics even coming back. What did it say? Would it say 3 per size or just 3 per person?
3 per size.
Okay. 3 per size. Okay.
Yeah, the last time this happened, Aaron was a little upset about all that happened. If you don't know, there were a lot of reps buying them in bulk and then reselling them to boost their PV. So it is what it is. Like, you can't change that. People do.
I think that's good. I think that's good. Honestly, I'm happy with that.
That's the way that they have to run things. So yeah, if I
have a question.
You know that a lot of people had really good with when they did leopards. They had their screen up and they had it at metallics and they had it selected, and then whenever they went live, they hit refresh, selected the size, add to cart, checkout. So it was literally 3 clicks instead of typing in metallics and then finding the size. You know what I mean? They were already on metallics when it hit noon or a couple minutes before they hit refresh, selected the sizes. They weren't selecting multiple sizes, just shot by 6 to 8, selected the number, add to cart, payment, blah, blah, blah. That was they got in and out like that.
Erica, did you want to talk about, because you showed me this last time about when stuff is going to go hot like this, like ordering through your back office? Do you want, is that something that you still recommend or what?
If you order through the back office, sometimes it's quicker. I haven't seen that happen since the new refresh of the website. It's kind of all been the same pace. If you do order through the website, it just doesn't go towards a party, but it does go through your PV full price. So you do place order, customer, non-party, and it will go through your PV. In my experience, it's gone a couple minutes quicker, but not like it used to be.
Not so much. Okay.
Kelly, do you have a question?
I have a question. So if you're ordering for someone else then, and you're saying, okay, I know you really want these joggers and they are coming in tomorrow. Do you want me to order them for you? Are you payment information or having you and putting their shipping, or just shipping? Like if it's local, obviously you could go ahead and ship it to yourself. To them.
Right.
Or are you having them Venmo you or pay you? How are you all doing that part?
So after, I'll have them Venmo me. Sorry, Erica.
Yeah. However if they want to give you their payment information, you can. You know what I mean?
Right. So, and then if most of my close friends just give me their credit card number, and I would say, obviously I'll dispose of this afterwards or whatever, but I didn't know. Okay.
I'll even offer sometimes just on a regular day, if my customer's yeah, I've been looking at this, I just got to get on there and get it, whatever. And I'm sometimes I'll be well, do you want me to just jump on there and get it for you? And I'll just do it, and I can I'll either cover it. I'll give them the option. I'll say, you want me to just cover it and you can Venmo me, or you can give me your credit card, whatever you want to do.
Right.
And yeah, sometimes it's easier because I got a girl right now that's been telling me for 2 days that she's yeah, I got a couple of those tanks in my cart. I'm hoping when I get time to do it, they'll still be there. And I'm over here sweating. I'm you know how fast stuff sells out? You can't be having stuff in your cart for 2 days. And I was you want me to just get on there and get it for you?
Yeah.
And I've done that a lot because sometimes it's easy. I definitely do offer to do that a lot too. And usually I just cover it because it's easier. And then, and depending on, again, if they're local, I just like, if I'm trying to be in a hurry, I'll just get it shipped to me. And then I'll just get it to them. And if they're not, I try to just ship it, get their address and ship it straight to them. And they use their credit card or mine, whichever way. But yeah, just have them Venmo. But I also like, Erica, I don't know if you wanted to get in. I know everybody's ready to go, but like when you offer like hostess rewards and stuff for anybody that's new and haven't done that yet, like how you go about doing that.
Yeah, I think because I was talking to Bailey about this yesterday. Has anybody added someone to their team with hostess rewards? Rachel?
Yeah,
You?
I have.
Yeah, okay. Right, Tanya grabbed hostess rewards.
Frozen.
Yeah, Erica's frozen. Oh, there she is.
I know, I had to move my mouse around a couple times. That's right, Tanya joined. So basically, anybody who hosts a party can use their can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Anybody who hosts a party can use their hostess rewards towards enrollment. So when you close the party and you scroll all the way down, when you close the party, you can hit whatever their amount is, 65, 150, whatever. And then they just reinforce the policy, like you can't sign anyone up by giving away your hostess rewards. Like say you had a launch party and you had $1,000 party and it's $150 and you say, hey friend, you want to join my team? I'll give you my rewards. And then just ship the half off to me. Like that's enticing someone to join and it seems unfair. So you cannot do that to get them to sign up. Now, if you have a hostess event and they win the rewards, they can sign up. They can choose. Can you hear me? They can choose to use the rewards if they're a mystery hostess. Does that make sense? So I will say this, in terms of recruiting, I keep freezing, I think, and adding to my team. If I ask somebody and they say no before the party, I work backwards. They have a party and then they earn rewards, and then signing up for $140 doesn't sound so shabby because other people bought from the party. They've probably gotten their gear by then. They love it. Now I've presented it again. And I say, listen, these people are going to come back to you or they're going to come back to me. You know what I mean? So do you want to use your hostess rewards to sign up? So I ask them more than one time. Does that kind of make sense?
And so you can, usually just pick a name of, whoever you want, whoever's name you end up picking, then you can just go back into your event and change all the information like to that person's name and address so that when you place the order, that stuff will ship directly to them. Now, the first month I did it for my launch party, I did like the one person got all the half prices and the $150 or whatever it was. And they got to pick all of that, which was great. Well, then the second time around, like Erica was like, well, you can pick like different, you can have somebody do like the half prices and the free money. So you have multiple winners. So you can do that too. Now it gets a little bit more tricky because then it's like you pretty much have to get it all shipped to you. And then you have to get that stuff to people because whatever hostess address you have is going to go to that one person. You don't want them to have to now.
Okay, that was my question
half
too.
prices to people.
Okay,
So,
another question. Can I ask another question on that exact thing you're talking about? Because I'm using some of the hostess credits that I'm earning from this kickoff as giveaways. So when I close this party, how long do I have from closing it to use the, which I'm planning on giving them to multiple people, so I'll ship them to myself and then take care of, getting them to them. But then how long do I have to, like, let's say how long do I have to spend that 150 or 60 or whatever? How long do I have, or does it just always stay in that person's, whether it be me or someone else, or how does that work?
You have 2 weeks to use the hostess rewards after you close the party.
Okay, 2 weeks. Okay.
You can keep it open. Do you know what I mean? You could keep it open. I just keep raising. So
Like, can you hear me?
Yes.
I know Erica's kind of cutting in. When you close your party, like that, it all has to be used together.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like you have to use the 150 and the half price set. Now you can go in and like submit it, and then like you have, like she said, 2 weeks to go back in. It'll be in your order history to go back in and like find that and then redo it. But you have to do all your half prices and your free money all at one time.
All in one dime, all at once.
Yeah.
Like I can't go in
Like-
one day and say, oh, I'm going to do this 50%
Yeah.
today. Okay.
Yeah, to like
All the time.
finalize your order, you have to do it all.
You have
and be
2
completely
weeks,
done.
but you use all of your credit and your half price items at one time.
And it's kind of tricky about that. Like the first time I did, because the stock and stuff sells out so fast, I'm like, I had somebody that picked out like their $150 of stuff that they wanted, but then I was like, this one's like, well, I'm gonna wait and see what comes, new release
Right.
Wednesday or whatever, and I want to see what. And I'm like, shit, like I can't, because then like the people that have their stuff picked out, I don't want that to sell out in the meantime while this person's waiting to see what they want, and I'm like, like you got to kind of like.
I won't
we
even
gotta-
tell
we
them the
gotta get
2
this-
week part then.
Yeah.
I just won't even tell them the 2 week part.
Yeah.
I'll say you have until this day, this time.
Right. Like if I am closing a party, I'll say I need, by tomorrow night, I need to know, what you
Right.
pick or whatever. Because
Right.
because then take a chance of these person that did get on it and get
Right.
it done. Now
Right.
half their stuff sold out. So it gets a
Okay.
little tricky with that, especially when you're doing with multiple people. But you do have multiple